So it seems like the clowning doesn't stop with the Dallas Cowboys after they officially lost against the Philadelphia Eagles last night with a score of 34-6. And just for the Eagles to beat the Dallas Cowboys at their home stadium for the first time since 2017, I'm more than certain it feels amazing for a lot of Eagles fans. We have some reactions that I want to be showing you guys. We got Skip Bayless, we got Shannon Sharpe, we got Stephen A. Smith reacting to this humiliation ritual that the Dallas Cowboys are still suffering with. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys those reactions. Don't forget to hit that like button. Feel free to share this video out and subscribe if you're new. Go ahead and take a listen.
I just can't get a break. Just when I thought we might take off, Cooper Rush in for Dak Prescott. Did not happen. Cooper Rush pretty much stunk in the first half. He did throw one pretty good ball that would have put Dallas maybe ahead at halftime. CD running across the back of the end zone, loses it in the sunlight and runs right past it. Jerry, just close the blinds. How about it? At least we didn't get blown out in the first half the way we have in 4 straight home games. At least it's still a one-score game. And I do remind you, I picked the Eagles to win it all before the season started. And I still like my pick because they are really, really good.
Jerry, excuse me, guys. Man, Jerry, hey, look here. That's what happens when you're 3-6. Your starting quarterback is done for the season that you paid $60 million. You have not lived up to expectations. Ocho, there was a point in time that people said, y'all should let Dak go and sign Cooper Rush. Cooper Rush was 13 of 23 for 45 yards. The starting quarterbacks in the NFL game, Cooper Rush and Trey Lance, was 17 of 29 for 66 yards. So when you factor in sacks, Ocho, the Cowboys was 17 of 29 for 49 yards. NFL starting quarterbacks passed the ball in 4 quarters in an NFL game for less than 50 yards.
That sounds bad, huh?
They had 97 yards rushing on 24 carries.
God damn, boy.
But Jerry did a great job of assembling this roster. That's what he told you. He got upset. He got upset and threatened to have a guy removed from his job because he asked. Jerry said, can't nobody do a better job than me. Well, if can't nobody do a better job than you, the question is, Jerry, let me ask you a question. If somebody else other than you had built this roster, would he still have this job?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. They would have been fired probably 2 games ago.
The problem that Jerry has is that he thinks he's the smartest guy in the room, and he wants to be, but he doesn't realize he shouldn't be. Jerry knows just enough to be dangerous. He knows just enough to F up his team. Exhibit A, Exhibit B, Exhibit C. I like to put all of those.
Now, Stephen A. Smith went on Twitter and he stated and said the Cowboys team is not even pretty much worth a dang selfie video. I'll see you guys on First Take tomorrow.
In the second half between the Eagles and the Jags. This is 3rd and 5. Trevor Lawrence. Scramble out of there. Takes a deep drop. Just get rid of the football. No chance on that play. Philadelphia's defensive front. We saw A.J. Brown. This is curious. A.J. Brown going into the locker room. What's curious about it is this is right out of halftime. The Eagles haven't.
Now, before I end the video here, I just want to also notate something that Micah Parsons has said about Mike McCarthy. A reporter had questioned Micah about Mike on his final year of his contract and wanted to know if McCarthy was going to leave or if he'll coach next year. And Micah had to say this.
Just as I'm coming back.
Mike's on the final year of his contract, so outside there's, of course, going to be questions. What's the sentiment inside the locker room, and what do you tell people who are worried about whether McCarthy will be your coach next year?
You know, that's above my pay grade about if Mike is coaching again next year. But, you know, all coaching aside, you know, Mike can leave and go wherever he wants. But the guys I kind of feel bad for is guys like Zach Martin and guys who might be on their last year on their way out, because that's what I wanted to hold the trophy for. You want to win games and do great things with those type of legends who put in more time and work than Mike McCarthy ever did. So those are the kind of guys that I have so much sympathy and hurt for.
You guys were 2-2.
Now, this comment that Micah had made on McCarthy had a lot of mixed reaction from the fans, and he's actually standing on what he stated and said. And he also posted this on Twitter today, saying that he will be addressing the truth today on Bleacher Report. Time for the truth and the real facts. Tune in to The Edge today. There's quite a few people that are supporting him right now. Some people want him to call out Jerry Jones, and some people just want him to leave it alone. Comment you guys' opinions. Let me know how you guys feel about this situation.
There's nothing to dispute there. My problem is, why are we stopping there? This is not something Micah Parsons has ever done before. Why would he choose to do it now? I think that it provokes us to ask that legitimate question. And when you talk about guys and their podcasts and stuff like that, this is, dare I say, the ridiculousness of the folks in the podcast world. They don't realize the more they talk, the more they confirm what the media has said about them all along. Because what happens is that you're seeing guys revealing a whole bunch of things over these podcasts, but when the media reported it, we were lying. Well, we fabricated. We made it up. And then you just listen. I tell guys in the media all the time, Shannon. I tell them all the time, Woody, Shay. I just say, just sit back. Like, I'm one of those guys that's been on the record. I've never had a problem with guys having their own platform. First of all, I want you to make your money. I want you to have a different outlet other than the sport that you play to rely upon your money. I don't want your only source of revenue for your life being what you have to do on the playing court or field. Mike McCarthy, you lied to get the job. You lied to get Kellen Moore out of there so you could call plays. You could do everything you're doing. The level of culpability that he may have may be what has assisted and contributed to the level of frustration we heard Micah Parsons articulate. And if that's the case, Shannon and you are right in terms of what you shouldn't say, but sometimes when you're emotional and frustrated and you're downtrodden and you feel you're getting the fingers pointed in your direction, you're dying for somebody to speak up. Sometimes a star speaks up on behalf of everybody else because somebody else that doesn't have the cachet can't say what they really are clamoring and desiring to be said. Y'all know this better than me because both of y'all are players and both of y'all are champions. You know good and damn well players talk to each other. And you know good and damn well the likelihood that Micah Parsons coming out of his mouth and saying that is what a whole bunch of cats were saying to one another behind closed doors to each other. But he got the cachet to say it because what you going to do to him? You got to take all of those things into consideration. And if he felt compelled to do it, what was being done behind the scenes to the players in the eyes of the players by the very coach he was talking about? We got to take all of those things into consideration. We got to ask, again, not condoning it, not giving the okay, but just trying to crystallize the motive behind something so obviously wrong. You're Micah Parsons. You can't defend this. It's clearly wrong. There's nobody with sense who would advise you to do that. Why did you do that? Because I can assure you, Micah Parsons is not stupid. He is not dumb. A matter of fact, he can be very deliberate and intentional with his actions. We're, again, not defending it, but why would he do that? I'm just saying I can ask that question.
Let me ask you this question.
So that's what Stephen A. Smith had to say about the whole situation. I want to get you guys' comments and opinions. Let me know if you agree with him or if you disagree and why. If you made it this far, don't forget to hit that like button. Feel free to subscribe to the channel and share this video out. I appreciate and love all you guys. Peace.